boys and girls, it's me, Mrs. Richardson. So I'm at my house. I want you to see some flowers. These are the flowers right on the corner of my driveway. Hi boys and girls, remember those beautiful flowers in front of my house? Well, I wrote this sentence. The boy sees a flower. That's a simple sentence, but we can make it a better sentence. How do we do that? Well, we use our describing words. Our describing words are the words we learned when we were talking about the 5 senses. So let's review the 5 senses. We have the sense of taste, sense of sight, sense of hearing, sense of touch, and the sense of smell. So let's look at this sentence and maybe think of a describing word for flower. Would we taste a flower? Probably not, so let's take that one off. Would we describe a flower by what it looks like? Oh, yes, we would. Would we describe a flower by what it sounds like? Probably not. Would we describe a flower by what it feels by touching it? Maybe. Would we describe a flower by what we smell? Oh, yes, we would. Let's go ahead and start off with sight, the sense of sight. I'm going to show you what my flowers look like. Did you think of a describing word when you looked at the picture of the flowers? I did. I was thinking of color describing words because when I used my sense of sight, I saw lots of colors. Think of a color word right now that you could put in this blank. Our sentence says, the boy sees a blank flower. Take a minute to think of a color word that would go in that blank. Did you think of the word pink? I did too. So now let's read our sentence. The boy sees a pink flower. So that is a describing word using our sense of sight. Let's take another one. Let's do the sense of smell. How do flowers smell? Have you had a chance to go out around your house and smell a flower? What kind of a word would you use to describe the smell? Is it maybe a sweet smell? Well, let's go ahead and write that, and we'll include the word and. Anytime you have the word and in a sentence and 2 describing words, it makes it a better sentence. It gives more information to the reader. And we're authors. We want to give more information to the readers. So I'm going to write the sentence and I'm going to put the word and in it and the word sweet. Hold on for a moment. Okay, here we have a sentence with 2 describing words. One describes how something looks, the sense of sight, and one word describes how something smells. All right. The boy sees a pink and sweet flower. Now, sweet, we could always, if you were an advanced writer, say a sweet smelling flower. All right, let's see now about how can we maybe describe the word boy. Okay, so let's look at the sentence that I have now. The blank boy sees a pink and sweet flower. Let's look at our 5 senses. Would we use the sense of sight to describe a boy? Yes, we would, but we already used the sense of sight. Let's try something different today. Would we use the sense of smell to describe the boy? Maybe, but we already used the sense of smell when we said a sweet smelling flower. So let's try a different word. Would we use the sense of taste? Oh, that would not be appropriate to describe a boy using the sense of taste. What about the sense of touch? Maybe. And what about the sense of hearing? What would a boy sound like? We could probably use that one. Let's go ahead and let's choose the sense of hearing, a sound word. Think for a minute, what could we use to describe a boy, or a girl for that matter? I just chose the word boy. What could we use to describe a boy using a sound word, a sense of hearing word? Think for a minute. There are lots of sound words, but I decided to use the word quiet. What word did you decide to use? So here's my sentence. The quiet boy sees a pink and sweet flower. Could you think of some sentences that you can make better using describing words? I think you can. I'm going to put a sentence up here and then you bring it to your next class meeting and show us what kind of a describing word you put in it. Okay, here's the sentence. The cat is, and now I need a describing word. It could be a word of what a cat might sound like, what a cat might feel like, maybe not what a cat would taste like, maybe what a cat smells like, but definitely what a cat would look like. You can even put in 2 describing words. You can use the word and. You can even put a describing word in front of cat and another describing word right here. I can't wait to see some of your great sentences. Bring your sentence to the next class meeting. Bye-bye.